honest to God, like if anybody's trying to quit nicotine, I'm not good for advice, but like my one piece would be
get the clap. I love the thought of you just like stepping off stage and like speed walking over to like the fucking
That's exactly what happened.
You can find us on Reddit. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok. Please like, share, subscribe on YouTube. If you're a listener on Spotify, please just take a second for the love of God. Go to our YouTube page and hit subscribe. It really means a lot to us.
Anthony, Blake, and Dylan, the cold slice. Ooh.
Welcome back to another episode of the Cold Slice Podcast. On my right is Anthony. On my left is Blake. They're both your co-hosts. I'm Dylan Moss. We're back again, and honestly, I think we're going to start it right off. We promised you guys we were going to do keep you up to date on our New Year's resolutions. Put that up to the mic, dude. Anthony just
right with the Lord.
Anthony just got his daily prayer, dude. What the fuck?
You probably couldn't hear it, but maybe we can put like a little sound clip in that.
I think we should, dude. That was ridiculous.
That throw you off a little bit.
We've got a rule that says no God in
Dylan
this
thought
house.
he was going to catch on fire.
I thought I was the only one
Like,
hearing
why did I
it.
hear a grown man hiss?
Oh, God. We got a rule. No God in the house and no cell phones on. And he just broke both of them. I don't even think my cell phone.
Turned off. I don't know.
God, Jesus finds a way.
He always does.
Anyway, we promised you guys we would keep you updated with our New Year's resolutions. Blake, why don't you start us off?
Backsliding.
Backsliding. Are you late to shit?
Well, I wasn't trying to be today, but I was. It's because we had a last minute phone call that someone needed help getting there from the airport.
Uh-huh.
So naturally, I wanted to make a good impression and be like, "Oh, I got a new car. I want it to look really cool."
Yeah.
So like, there was a bunch of shit in there. So I like took all my shit out of my car, put it in the garage, and then I proceeded to pick the friends up at the airport. And they're like, "Oh, your car's so clean." I was like, "Yeah, you should see the garage."
Were you? Were they waiting for you just because you were cleaning your car?
No. They they got it in at like they're supposed to get in at 11, so we showed up at 10:55. They had only been there a couple minutes,
Okay.
but
You're not rolling into like 11:30.
no.
You're like, hey, what's
No,
up?
this is like I'm giving a lot of backstory because I wasn't late yesterday. I was late today. So we do the whole situation. I give off the impression that my car is immaculate because it was for that occasion. They're like, "This is the best Uber service ever." And then I woke up in the morning. I went to like go. I literally got in my car, turned it on, drove halfway down the driveway, and realized, "Fuck, nothing's in my car." I completely forgot I took everything out.
Okay.
So I drove back. It was only just like a little bit down the driveway, and I put all the stuff back in the car, but it did make me 5 minutes late.
Okay, fair enough. And this was to a gig.
This was to a gig.
Yeah.
And then,
That's not that bad, though. If you're just late to one gig.
well,
Okay, no.
I got to the next one. I think I actually got to that one on time, so that one was good. But then I had a gap in between the second and the third one, and I did the same thing that I always do, and I stayed in the car way too long,
Okay,
and I didn't go in time.
whatever.
So I
yeah,
started
you're-
5 minutes late again.
You need to get right with your with your plans there, bud.
And the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a daily prayer.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Well, at least they have dementia and they don't know that you're late.
Yeah, but the people that hire me do.
Yeah.
But I have another story about today's gig. This place is always super nice, and they feed me, which is awesome. But I didn't eat.
Is it just tapioca?
No, this place is actually nice. Like normally, when someone offers me food at these places, I turn it down because it is like really mushy and like it has to be
I don't mind.
chewable.
Yeah, I don't mind that though. I don't mind like tapioca and
And like
old
watery
people food.
green
You're like,
beans.
whatever's just easiest.
That's whatever I can get to in my immediate vicinity.
Whatever's quickest.
One time, okay, I have another story. I have so many stories. One time, someone offered me to stay for lunch, and I sat at this table and I was socializing with everybody, and our food just came, and there was this man next to me, and he was eating. He had already gotten his food, but he was eating, and then they set my food down, and almost as soon as they set my food down on the table, this guy went, and like sneezed his food all over my plate.
Oh, you got dentures in your mashed potatoes.
And then I didn't have the courage to like make him feel bad, so I just
No.
So you powered through?
Oh my
powered through.
No, you did.
God.
I did. That's disgusting.
That is so
I just-
gross, bro.
I've tried
know-
to eat the parts that didn't get contaminated.
God, you don't know what he's carrying.
I know.
Dude, old people AIDS.
He was
See,
he was
they-
already
I
autistic.
know they get around in there. I know it's not just a stereotype.
Yeah,
like,
dude, they're
that's-
slimy.
He was an old autistic man, and I just felt so bad. And I was because I had connected with him earlier, and I don't know. it was a tough meal to get through.
Maybe he just thought you were cool and was
I
trying to
would
slide you a
puke
pill.
everywhere.
Like,
I would puke everywhere. No way.
he's like, they slipped me an oxy earlier.
Yeah, there's half of it.
Yeah. I saved
was
it
like-
for you.
Okay, it was like a gray area, so it's not like
It's not a gray area.
Yeah, that's not.
even
That's
close.
just go get a new plate.
it was hard to tell whether it was like actually got in my food or not.
I thought you just said he spit chunks out.
He did, but and I could tell that if I had like a graph of the germs that it would have gotten in my plate, but
Ugh.
you just couldn't quite tell.
No,
That's disgusting.
I would one up him so fast just by yakking all over his shit.
Yeah.
It was so nice
Where's
though.
your family
His
now?
mom taught violin to Einstein. That's a fact.
That's
Wow.
a fact.
They have the
I bet he learned
documentation.
quick too.
yeah. So
Wait, did you say he has autism?
yeah.
Do you have Asperger's too?
No.
I was gonna say
No. It was like
Is Einstein his dad? Did she also do other things? With
You just
Einstein?
start asking him Einstein facts.
Yeah.
Wait, who taught Einstein
his
violin?
mom taught Einstein violin.
She was probably a baddie.
How do
I
you
guess-
how do you know that that's facts? Did he tell you
I
that?
know.
No.
Got a picture together?
No. Well, I didn't see the picture, but everyone around me and
goes
the
to a different
activities
school.
person.
All of the other old
All
people.
the person that hired me,
Oh, okay.
so I
They really wanted you to
if
play
he turns
this
around
gig.
the next minute, he's like, "I can fly." I'd be like, "Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna take your word for it." Like, dude, I can
believe.
yeah,
It's like Bill Burr, believe women.
he's like, I like the green ones.
I was
Anyways.
Batman once.
Turns out he just beat the shit out of people at night.
This is mom.
So that was a different story, but the story of today was this place always feeds me, and this is like an independent living place, so it's like actually good food. And they gave me my to-go thing, but I hadn't eaten all day, and I'm like kind of short on money right now because I'm like spending a lot on funding my music project stuff. And I was like, if I just can make it to when they give me my food,
Yeah.
then I'll be fine. Which was at 6 o'clock, so that was, or 5 o'clock. So that it was tough to try to get through that, but I did. But I couldn't wait to eat the box they got me. There was like some snacks that they put out. It was right in front of me, so I wanted to like get some snacks to like cool myself down because I was like really hangry at that point.
Dude, I'm sorry. I just hold on. I love the thought of you just like stepping off stage and like speed walking over to like the fucking
That's exactly
cafeteria
what happened. That's exactly what
just to
happened.
go sit down with like some 70. It's like 5 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Yeah, dude. That's honestly exactly what
Living
happened.
off their place. Yeah. Enough rations.
As they slowly turn their head this way to look at their friend, you're like,
Blake's like, "Sorry, Glenda, I'm bulky."
That's where the story gets good because I was just like fucking chowing down on this snack plate that they have, and this woman rudely comes over to me. And, you know, she's just doing her job, so she was like a server, and she's like, "Sir, you have to use the tongs." Like these people have like they're immunocompromised, their immune systems aren't good. You can't just like be finger fooding off the
right.
thing. And then I got shamed and I left. But then I got mad.
hold on.
Wait, so you got that mad that you came in and you were just like hand scooping out of there?
Wait.
You're like,
I
fucking take that. I'll take that.
I missed the part of the story where you walk over to the cafeteria line and you put your hands in some food. Dude, what?
No.
You're like, God, I love,
It was like
love pasta.
it was like crackers and salami and cheese and grapes, and they were all laid out on like
okay.
a line, whatever.
All right.
But there's tongs that are
He's
provided.
just over there licking them.
and there was plates that you're supposed to take the tongs, put the shit on your thing.
Oh, that seems impractical. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
It's finger food. Like, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm like very carefully. I'm super hungry, so I don't give a fuck either way.
But in a buffet style,
Say one
you
time
know.
I drunkenly like completely manhandled a cheese, like charcuterie cheese plate at a wedding, and like there was lines of people and nobody came over to that one. And I was just like,
because they always provide tongs, you know. So
you get yelled at by
I get yelled
a
at,
caretaker.
and instead of using the tongs, I just got mad and I left. But then I started fuming and stewing on it. I started like rationalizing why I was using my hands, because I was like very carefully taking each piece of salami off. I wasn't touching anything else. I was putting it in my mouth, going back for another thing, maybe taking a little thing of grapes one at a time.
So you were standing over the.
I literally was doing that.
Using your hand while they had tongs.
While
just
people
eating
are trying to compliment me on my performance, I'm just like, I don't care. I need to eat. Give me your free food.
Holy shit, dude.
I think I can see why she did that.
Yeah.
No, I don't blame her. But in the moment, I was that hangry. So now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, okay, so I'm not actually touching anyone else's food by doing this very carefully. But if I were to use the tongs, then I would put these tongs, I would take the food, put it on my plate or whatever that I would get, and then I would eat those with my hands. And then obviously I'm going to want more. So then after the thing's been in my mouth, then I'm going to touch the tongs and then get more. That's actually less sanitary, because then someone else will use the tongs that I had my finger in my mouth on.
Why are your fingers in your mouth?
He's going on the
eating
president
crackers.
that he's going to eat a second time.
It's like salami.
Right. Dude, we are serving you at my wedding.
You don't eat salami with your fingers? Like,
I mean, they don't go in my mouth.
just a little bit of your fingertip might like touch your lip or something. You're not like,
I was gonna say we're too
Maybe.
critical into this.
I would say maybe like
Maybe.
20% of the time.
That's why I was mad, because I felt like it wasn't a big deal.
Did you go back and tell her?
I still feel like you're mad about it.
I am mad about
I was
it.
gonna say,
I didn't
you're
get any
definitely
closure.
still
I didn't
hung
even
up
say
Oh,
on it.
sorry. She said, please use the tongs.
You just stormed off?
I did. This is not exaggerating. This is not me just trying to make it funny. I did not say anything to this woman. I walked off and I got my to-go burger.
She's like, fucking musicians, dude.
And then you know what the sad part is? I didn't even have the dignity to take the burger and take it downstairs and eat it in my car, because I still won't eat in my car. I moved from one station where I yelled at, and then I moved to my burger station, which was like across the room. And I didn't even set it up. I just opened the to-go box and I went into like a crouch, and I ate the burger over the to-go box in the corner of the room after I got yelled at.
Did you get hauled off too? To a room?
He's just looking like a complete animal. Dude. He's freaking grabbing, he's finger licking his hand and licking the tongs and grabbing shit. And there's old people that are scared.
I'm in the corner, literally crouched. Like,
Yeah, it's just this bearded guy.
You go back for more, just a spider.
Taking bites out of the box.
Dude, that is hilarious.
That was my day.
That is, I don't know that I would have the confidence to stick around after a show at a retirement home. I just like to be in line with the, the old folks. I don't think I could do it, man. Like,
you have to like really swallow your pride.
Well, the meals are free though, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
I could do that.
you could do that.
Free meal.
I don't know.
It just feels weird because they're paying you, and then you're like, can I also get some free food? Like,
I feel like that is like kind of most things that happen. I feel like there's a lot
Yeah.
of musicians that aren't quite as lucky as you are and have
That's-
built
yeah.
the business up around it. So
Yeah.
like those free meals really
Yeah.
matter. You know, they're like, hey, we'll pay you, but we also you look thin.
yeah.
Yeah,
We want to
yeah.
make sure that you eat.
We need to make sure you keep coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
That was my day
Wow.
today.
I did not have that interesting of a day.
Crazy.
How you doing on your New Year's resolutions?
I feel like I'm doing good and bad because I'm doing good, but my actual resolution was to join a sport, right? And so I started thinking CrossFit.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Which I still want to do CrossFit. It's just expensive, and I'm still trying to bounce back from
The holidays.
and my terrible spending habits.
Oh,
So,
sorry, I'm gonna interrupt. You know that bike you were talking about?
yeah.
They have them at my gym.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I
try that shit?
tried them out. I
Did
did 3 miles, and it took me like 12 minutes.
You did 3 miles on that thing?
Yeah,
Damn.
I went hard
His
with.
forearms are huge.
Yeah, that fucking dude.
Really,
we were
dude,
going.
my heart cannot keep up with those. Well, how many calories did you burn doing that? Do you remember?
I have no idea.
It shows on the screen, right?
Yeah, I think it does.
So that's like how
But-
they do it. At least from what I saw at CrossFit, from the one time that I did it, is like on their circuit that or whatever the workout was for that day. Like that's why I was stuck on that bike. Is they wanted you to burn 15 calories on it as quick as possible, and then you go into pull-ups, and then you go to like do the wall
Pull-ups after
thing.
that?
Yeah, and you have to do 5, and like now I've trained myself, I can do 10 in a row. So because I've been going to the gym a lot. That's what I was going to get to. Is I am working out, so I'm healthier. I'm not drinking. I did drink last night, but I'm not drinking as much. It was a temporary slip because I was congratulating myself. I had a really good month at work, so I'm like, this beer's fine.
That bike is hard as fuck, though. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
it is
dude,
very hard.
It's brutal.
Yeah, it's
like,
ridiculous.
I was like, damn, I cannot. Like, I started like seeing purple and shit, you know?
Yeah.
It was bad. But anyway, so good because I am like living a little bit of a healthier lifestyle right now. I'm eating properly. I've been going to the gym on a regular basis.
Nice.
So I've been running a little bit again, which is nice.
During the snow and ice storm, you fat shamed me every day over text. And you're like, when are you going back to the gym, fatty? For 2 weeks straight, dude.
Well, hey, dude, you're like, I'm sick. I was like, you can't be sick for a month. Like,
I was sick for 3 weeks, and then it snowed.
Technically, I think you can, but I don't want to hear it. So did that, and then I also like unintentionally quit nicotine. That wasn't really like a real goal of mine.
Why?
Because I got sick. And like it was like really in my throat. And honest to God, like if anybody's trying to quit nicotine, I'm not good for advice. But like my one piece would be
get the clap.
Yeah, in your throat. No, like wait till you're sick because it's if you truly want to quit. Like it's at least for me, it was really easy that way because I was basically sleeping all day. Like I was pretty sick, so I was sleeping all day. My throat fucking hurt, and I liked to zen, right, or like have chew or whatever. So I didn't really want to do that. Yeah, and I conveniently like all the stars aligned. I conveniently had run out like that day or whatever too. Like right when I started to get sick.
So you're sick. Like, you got to leave the house.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not going to do this shit. And so then I was already by the time I wasn't sick anymore, I was already on day 4, and I'm like, I'm just gonna power through, you know.
Yeah. Totally.
And now I'm on day 23.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty good, dude.
Yeah, and I'm not going to do it. I don't...
Why would you at this point?
You know what's weird? And this is probably not an intelligent way to word this at all. But maybe other people that have quit had the same deal. I don't know. At least for me, like, I feel like a tiny little layer of, like, depression that I didn't know I had, like, is gone now.
For sure.
I could see that. Yeah.
That's exactly what happened to me when I quit.
Yeah, I think what it is it's just you're more level because like I think for me I was like I did it for so long, you know, I was so addicted to it that like I didn't realize like my emotions would go high low as soon as I like lost it throughout the whole day, you know? Like, oh, I don't have my buzz or whatever, my zen. I need that, my nicotine. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like as soon as I quit that went away after like honestly after probably like five-ish days. Like it took a little while. It was not awesome in the beginning. Yeah. But after that went away, I was like, holy shit, like I'm happier, I'm more level.
Yeah.
It's not bad. And you get to peel away an addiction.
Yeah.
And you get to feel better than everyone else.
Exactly. Yeah. I probably should talk about it more. Like
yeah, honestly. Dude, maybe we can get a sponsorship from the like no smoking ads or whatever.
No vape,
yeah, the no vape ones. They're getting crafty with those. Have you seen those? They're getting hip. Really? Yeah, we should find one on a different episode.
Yeah, I just watched a lot of videos on like, you know, trying to quit. And then Emmy, it was easy too because I didn't have like she liked to like, you know, have nicotine as well. So it was very hard for us to try to quit. You know, we'd done it like a few times. We've been like, oh, go like a little while, but one of us would slip and then it's like, I want to party too. Yeah. But she was the one who stopped way before I did. So it was super easy when it wasn't in the house at all.
That's what's up.
She, I can't remember the name.
Did she stop about 9 months ago?
Yeah, I've been hiding her from you guys. We're actually expecting. No, we're not. What was I saying? Oh, I don't know. But there's some audio book that is a real book that I don't know. She's listening to or has been listening to that. It basically helps you quit like nicotine addiction. And it's actually pretty interesting. So I hear it every once in a while when she's getting ready. Like I personally didn't use that because I just freaking raw dogged it. But you know, that might help people too.
That's cool.
The irony of you putting in a Zen just right now.
I know.
It's hilarious.
We were talking about it.
Talking about quitting. He's like, yeah, that's awesome, man.
That's really good, dude. Wow. Dude, if we could smoke cigars in here, I would. for sure.
Someday, once we get our own studio.
Dude, I know. I
We need
know.
to get more Patreon subscribers.
That's right. Swear to God, please keep watching our stuff. That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
super
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Nice. I've talked about quitting pretty much as soon as you started talking about it. I was like, that's a good idea.
Dude,
But-
it's like we've done it for long enough. It's like we got to take a break. Plus, like when I do have kids, like I don't really want to be like holding on to something like that. You know,
I don't know.
I don't think it.
Don't you?
It's not like a huge deal. It would be a nice stress relief, I think. But I don't know if I don't want that. You know, I don't need any other like.
I always thought the cool
excuses
dad
for-
was like throwing a dip in and like,
Yeah.
I mean, my dad dipped, but like, so I'm not talking about him. I didn't see him a whole lot. Yeah. But, you know, like the dad, like you're at a sports event or whatever, and like you see the dad on the sideline, he's got a backwards hat and like the,
He's the
Some
one trying to
fucking-
fight the coach because his kid's not playing enough.
yeah,
That's the cool dad.
that's cool.
Sick, bro.
I just revealed a lot about myself there. That was the cool dad.
It's like, that's the dad I want to be. I want this vein to show all the time.
Daddy issues. Daddy issues.
come get me, ladies.
No, I feel like it's just a great way for your kids to have something over you, which is stupid. It's like, when are you going to quit, Dad?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That
like,
is true. I remember doing that as a kid too. My
Yeah.
Stepmom, we broke a pack of her cigarettes one time, and I think she cried. I think she cried
She's
because
like,
we were.
This is all I have.
Yeah, dude, seriously, because like it was like both families were like dead broke, you know, and so she was just like, "These are $10 a pack." Like, you motherfuckers, you're not even my kids. Oh yeah, no, I'm with you though. I think I will. I will attempt to give it up here in the coming probably year or two, but.
Yeah, you know the thing that like stuck with me, and Emmy talks about it all the time. I don't know how factual it is, but she said that big tobacco, whatever you want to say, has like done a really good job of painting the picture of like nicotine as being like an incredibly hard drug to quit, as a reason to keep people. Like it's brilliant
Yeah.
strategy if
Sure.
it's true, as a way to like keep people hooked on it. So like, oh, it's too hard to quit. It's too hard to quit.
That's an interesting
God, I do
thought.
it, but quitting is so difficult. So they just keep buying, you know. Which I mean, obviously, big tobacco or the tobacco industry is smart. So it would make sense, like if that's a real thing, that they would do that. Because I mean, shit,
They've
you
had
know?
a ton of like legal action and sanctions put on them, like for
And they're
what,
still
20,
thriving.
30 years now? Yeah, and they're still thriving.
yeah,
No advertising. That's a perfect business model.
it's crazy.
Yeah, really. But
Yeah.
also, smoking looks cool.
It does look cool. Like you gotta,
You know?
there's a little bit of it that does look kind of cool. Sometimes it looks trashy. It depends on the person, I think.
Yeah, but if Brad Pitt's smoking a cigarette, I want a
Hand-rolled
cigarette.
cigarette.
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Anyways, though, basically they were saying that it's actually not that hard to quit. Like it's for the first like 5 days, you may feel like obviously irritable. You're really gonna want it, but after that, it drops off like significantly fast.
yeah.
And it's really like the cravings that you get is the equivalence of like being hungry. So it's like you have like a hunger craving.
Historically, that has not been a great feeling for me.
You're like, God damn, I lose
I forgot
every
what
time.
that felt like for about 2 years.
You're on track now. You're doing like, you know, you're counting calories. You're on a pretty good diet and you're working out. So I think that you could handle a hunger craving being
Yeah.
a nicotine deal,
You know, when I quit cigarettes, I moved into vaping because I was like, oh, this is going to be better. It was not better, dude. It was worse because I could smoke inside now.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like cigarettes is like way easier to quit because it's way less nicotine too. Like we
Yeah.
are like severely more hooked on nicotine now. Like
Saturated.
anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what's crazy is like the amount of. Do you remember like when we were in probably high school? You know, like all the statistics are like one in however many high school kids have touched tobacco, and it like was probably a lot of kids lying, but like
yeah.
you know, like I don't know where that statistic came from, but it was pretty low. And then like
Yeah.
you know the vape products and like you know whatever tobacco free products started coming out, and it just like
Skyrocketed.
yeah, shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
Now it's like you can't turn around without some kid that's like never had like a
Yeah.
like a small piece of facial hair. He's turning around, he's smoking. It looks like just baby faced kids that can't drive yet, you know,
Yeah.
just sucking down jewels and whatever else.
That is true, man. And I started smoking when I was 16, and then, but cigarettes. So like I had to hide them and stuff, you know. But and like, but the difference was is like probably like back in the 80s, you could go smoke in the boys' room. And like that was the thing. It was like, you're going to get in trouble, but like,
Well, they had a smoking section.
yeah, but they had a smoking section where like you can go smoke with the teachers if you want to. So it was like, I think we were probably the last generation off that train. You know what I mean? Where it's like, yeah, cigarette, you're still going to get in trouble for cigarettes and it's going to be in more trouble than you would have gotten into. But now it's like that pendulum has swung so much where it's like none of the kids are touching cigarettes except for the super trashy ones probably.
And the super cool ones.
The super cool ones that drive a Stang. No, it's fucking nuts, man. I remember, this is where I was going with the story, is like, I remember getting out of high school and I went to go work for Dutch Bros. And it was like, obviously you had to be out of high school, but you're working with freshmen in college, right? And so meeting all of these people who were about my age or a little bit younger, they had never touched cigarettes and they were hooked on vapes.
Yeah.
And it was a new thing.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck even? I hadn't even tried one.
What blew my mind was like when like Juul first came out, right? And they had all those awesome flavors,
Like the mint.
I wasn't even
so
on
good.
any nicotine at all.
Neither was I.
And then like one of our buddies actually brought one up in college, and I was like, I was tobacco free for probably like a year or two at that point. And he's like, dude, you got to try this out. And I'm like, okay, sure. And I take like one little hit off of it, and my knees buckle, and I fall into the ground. I'm like, oh my god! And
I
was
need more of
hooked for
that.
Years after that, I was like, wow, here goes my life.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But what blew me away is like they toted their whole deal where they're like, oh yeah, and I can't remember if it's like equal to, I think it's like a pack, like one pod is equal to a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Or maybe two, or it's like something like crazy like that, right?
Yeah, pack.
And I am just sucking these pods down like it's candy.
In
I'm
like
like,
a day.
oh yeah, I'm on pod 3
You're
for the
finding
day.
an old pod trying to like get the last juice out of it.
Yeah, and I'm like, holy shit, dude. I just smoked 3 packs of cigarettes. Like, this has never been me before.
But that mint was so good. It was undeniable.
Those flavors got me and they lost me because as soon as they took away like my grape,
yeah.
I was
You were a grape?
I was a grape boy.
You grew up in Compton?
I like the mango one, and
Yeah, I like that one too.
The mango was good.
honestly the mint was cool. The cool cucumber or whatever.
that was a good
I liked
one.
that one.
I like watermelon ice was my favorite.
Dude, I remember feeling like I was living in the 1920s because it was like they started taking those flavors away. And Washington was one of the first adopters of that.
Yeah, it sucked.
I was smuggling my fat ass across the
remember you
I-5
doing that.
bridge. Yeah. And I was like,
I got to go buy some pods.
dude, I kept having to go deeper into Oregon too because it was like,
You're in Medford.
Dude, I'm like at the new In and Out.
Well, like when they first came out, that was kind of the same thing because I was living over like outside of Spokane area.
Yeah.
And so we were like about 20 minutes probably outside of Spokane.
Yeah. So
And
you
there
go
was
to
like
Idaho.
one vape shop, and not like a gas station. There was one vape shop that carried Juuls and had some pods. And so I'd always have to call ahead to see if they had them
Yeah.
because everybody in college figured out, hey, this spot has them. And we're like flocking to this one, and it's out in this like super ghetto area. Dude, it was like you're trying to avoid potholes and like people that are laying on the side of the street.
Yeah.
And it's like it was probably like 30 minutes out, like 20 minutes to Spokane, and then like another 30 to wherever this spot was. I can't remember now, but
Do you remember?
I was like, I used to make that drive on a regular basis because
Yeah.
I was sucking down 3 pods a day, and I'm like, this is great.
Do you remember? We used to go on little like road trips into Oregon, and I would always get 5 of the packs of the mint,
Yeah.
or whatever.
You were a collector. You do that with Zins too. You buy like the whole log.
I hoard 'em.
I've always been like, I'll just buy one at a time.
Fuck that! I don't want to keep going to the store.
Yeah,
That's
it's
my
smart.
Do you get a deal if you buy a log?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope, you don't. You used to, but no, not anymore. Because they're just like, dude. Every time I go to the gas station where I live, it's like they're always out. So like I got to be there the day that they get the shipment, otherwise I'm not getting a log of them. But anyway, yeah, dude, nicotine fucking sucks, honestly, and I think that's a big reason why, like, when they go to draw my blood, they're always like, you've got like rolly veins, and I'm like, yeah, A, I'm fat, and B, I think my like circulation is dog shit right now, just because I've got a Zin in from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. Like,
Yeah, you
there's
gotta-
not even a break.
What are those called? Capillaries or like your
Yeah,
something in your lungs. I remember my first breath in the morning would be a fucking vape.
Yeah.
And you could just feel your body go.
Yeah, like,
I
time to start my day now.
I was.
I don't know why I'm having anxiety attacks.
Oh, no shit, right?
Do
It's
the
sweaty.
anxiety attacks because I'm a couch sleeper a lot. Like I'm not anymore, but I used to be like almost exclusively.
Yeah.
And when my jewel would fall out of my pocket in deep into the couch, and I would wake up for work at like I was working warehouse. I was working up at like 5, and then if I couldn't find my vape before I went to work, I was
Not going to work.
well, I was, but I always found it is the thing. It's like I would tear my house
Flipped the
apart
whole
in
couch
3
and,
minutes.
yeah, you've torn through cushions. It's
I've-
bare.
Yeah.
I
And then
feel
drive
that.
90 miles an hour on a 25.
Yeah.
People are like running out from their house being like, slow down.
They're like, hey, Blake, you found your vape.
Yeah. 20 is plenty. And you're just like,
I got wood to stack. Oh, fuck, dude. I think that's all we got, boys. Thanks for watching, everyone. Again, please. I'm going to clip this because I don't know if you're going to make it this far, but please drop us a line. We need them. We need to review different places. So if we don't get any suggestions, I swear to God, we're just going to go to the Longhouse and that'll be that. So you can find us on Reddit. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok. Please like, share, subscribe on YouTube. If you're a listener on Spotify, please just take a second, for the love of God. Go to our YouTube page and hit subscribe. It really means a lot to us. Thanks for watching The Cold Slice.